Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Ooh-wee. I said, ooh-wee. It's your boy. It's your favorite. The month of July, baby. A beautiful month indeed. This will always be my leisure month. Took the All-Star break off. Took July 4th off. Celebrating my birthday. Later this month, we'll take another few days off. And then in August, I have a vacation lined up late August. Other than that, I will be here Monday through Friday, bringing you live sports and sports gambling content. I know it's been a tough week for us all. Walking around the house aimlessly, wondering, what do normal people do that don't gamble? What the hell do y'all do? National League. Shout out to y'all. Took the money line. I didn't bet the home run derby, but I would not have bet Vladdy. So shout out to Vlad Daddy. Anyway, man. Today I'm talking second half of the baseball season, strictly second half of the baseball season, which gets geared up to start mañana. That means tomorrow for you non-Spanish speakers. The non-Espanol. The no habla español. This is Captain by a hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs, going live on a beautiful sun's just coming up over the horizon. Thursday, July the 13th. 11 days before your boy turns the big 3-2, adding another year of gambling experience under my belt, another year of life experience under my belt. I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to my 30s, even though I'm already 31, technically. It's been 2 years in my 30s already. I'm looking forward to the rest of my 30s. Had an amazing 20s in my life. Swashbuckling the world. Seeing all kind of crazy things. So yeah, man. I'm excited about the next journey in life, the next chapter in life. Officially 1 year down in school. 3 years to go. That's exciting. But anyway, we're not here to talk about me, are we? Let's jump into the second half of this Major League Baseball season, baby. A bunch of little small things I want to touch on, really, and nothing huge and nothing big. Last night, I joined my man JCP on his podcast, the JC Pod, over on YouTube, and we kind of put tiers on teams. See you next year teams, DEFCON teams, living on the edge, wild card flirters, and playoff locks. So I'm not going to do that here. If you want that type of stuff, gradings and what this team will do, what teams we think will win the divisions, and what futures we think we could place right now with some value. We ended up coming to the conclusion, in my gut, tells me this is 100% right. It'll be Astros It'll be Braves. It will be a 2021 World Series rematch between Houston and Atlanta. And I think those odds are plus 1,200 to get that matchup in the World Series right now. I also, last year, a few weeks, late June, I said Astros, they're the best team in baseball. They went to New York, swept the Yanks, took 2 out of 3 from the Mets, which last year, that meant something. This year, that'll be like stealing an ice cream cone from a 7-year-old with no arms. Got graphic, didn't it? Anyway, this year, I've been telling myself for a month now, these Braves, man. The Braves of Atlanta. Hot Atlanta. Look like the best team in baseball, man. No matter what they're doing, or no matter who they're playing. 23-3 since June 3rd or June 4th, something like that. 23-3 closing out the All-Star break, outscoring their opponents by 82 or 86. I should have left that stuff up. This is stuff that I was looking up last night. 25-25 in their last 30. I mean, the Braves lead every statistical category over the last 30 games offensively. 202 runs. Literally exactly 30 more than the team behind them, which is the Reds, which is 23 more than the team behind them, which is the Phillies, before all the teams kind of get bundled together. 310 hits, about 39 more than anybody behind them. The Guardians are pretty close with 301. But just like I said, one of the best teams in baseball, scoring at a tremendous rate. We all know the pitching they have. They still have a few ace-like pitchers getting healthy, which is the scary part. Still have not seen Max Fried really this season. Still have not seen Kyle Wright this season. Somehow Charlie Morton, Uncle Charlie, turned back the hands of time. Of course, Spencer Strider in the Cy Young argument. It's hard not to say that the Atlanta Braves will not win a championship this year. And if anything, I think they are guaranteed, in my Charles Barkley voice, because you can't guarantee anything in gambling. Braves Astros will be in the World Series. I think the Astros are a scary team, man. Pitching core is still kind of young. I think this season is their season to hit all the bumps. Jose Abreu does this every season. So I know Astro fans are like, man, what the boo? Get him out of here. Just relax. That's what Jose does, man. He's still going to end up with about 100 RBIs. He's still going to end up with a good average. He's still going to end up with 30 bombs probably. And he's going to be huge for y'all in the playoffs, man. I think Houston is going to be that team that gets to the playoffs, maybe not in dominant fashion, and just turn it on and taking over. I mean, even last year, their playoff run was, they were on the edge, the brinks of losing a few times, but they held everything together. They don't have that ace-like pitcher in Verlander, though. That makes me a little skeptical. Like, the Braves got Strider. Like, yo, go on, get out there, man. We need a W. Need a W. But hey, there's still 3 weeks in the trade deadline. I'm hearing a lot of talk about a lot of stuff that makes no sense to me. But if it were to happen, my God, it could be glorious. And I'm talking about the Guardians, specifically getting off of Bieber. And who knows? Astros. I can see Bieber looking good in that navy and orange. Cardinals. St. Louis, after a horrendous first half of the season, the Cardinals talk about selling hard at the trade deadline, which I don't know. I think this is the same thing that I was saying the more I think about it, just in opposite terms. I said that there'll be buyers at the trade deadline and get hot. They come out and say we're selling everything at the trade deadline. But then I thought about it. They need pitching. They're not gonna get rid of Goldie. Not gonna get rid of Nolan. Probably not gonna get rid of a few other players. Some of the superstars. Um, so maybe this is a good thing. Maybe they're doing exactly what the hell I think they should do and get rid of all the trash players, bring in some new faces, bring in some fresh sprinkled parsley, put some Parmesan on that thing, and get rolling and get hot. I still, believe it or not, and I know, why would you believe it? Think that the Cardinals have a chance to make a run. We saw what they did 2 years ago in 2021, I believe. It's a crazy year for me. But I don't remember the exact numbers. But they covered a huge uh, number deficit to make the wild card. Only 11 games out of the wild card right now. They'd have to win 65-70% of their games to do this. Not something easily done. But if any team can do it, I think St. Louis has the build to do it offensively. They get some good pitching in there. Something clicks. A few players get hot. You never know what you never know. Also the good thing, they got 3 teams ahead of them in this race in their division. When you look at Milwaukee, the Cubs, and the Pirates. So they'll have chances to gain games specifically on these teams the second half of the season. Only 3 games back from Pittsburgh, who I think is about to have an abysmal second half. Just due to injury and lack of momentum. 4.5 games back from the Cubs and 10.5 games back from Milwaukee. Again, 11 games back from a wild card. The only thing that does scare me is this National League is deep, baby, with teams that are surprisingly good. And by surprisingly good, you got Miami, Arizona, and the Giants as the wild card teams right now locked in. Philadelphia, Milwaukee, both half games out of the wild card race. It's going to be amazing, man. This National League wild card race, I think, will be interesting. I think the AL, I think it'll be locked up pretty early. But you never know. I'm interested in that too. I think Houston and Texas are going to go at it for that division. And in the AL West, I think Baltimore. I like Baltimore. But I really like Toronto. I really like Boston. I think the AL East is nowhere near finished. I definitely think if you... We was talking about it last night, man. Boston Red Sox, 9 games out. It's really not that many games out of first place. I think the Yankees nosedive. I'm going to get to them in a second. I think Toronto has a chance to improve. They've been better over their last 30. I think 17 and 13. Red Sox, Orioles, and Blue Jays all 17 and 13 over the last 30. All playing good baseball right now. I think Tampa Bay, I think they'll end up taking a step back. Might still make a wild card spot, but I don't think they're winning this division. I don't think Texas is winning this division. I damn sure don't think Cleveland is winning this division. So the AL is kind of more up in air to me as far as division winners, where I think in the National League, Atlanta and the Dodgers are locked up for sure to win those divisions. Excuse me. Definitely think the Central and the NL, dramatic. You got the Reds with a half-game lead over the Brewers. And then you have Cubbies 7 games back. So I don't know how overnight with no baseball being played, the Reds and Brewers went from a half game back to 1 whole game back. But me, am no mathematician. I just gamble. But yeah, anyway, man, Cardinals. I think they got a chance. 11 games back right now from the wild card spot to do something special and magical and sneak in to the wild card position. Rangers. I'm going to talk about the Rangers one or two more times this show. I just want to talk about this, and this is how you know July sucks. I just heard yesterday that they picked up a Rodis, your boy Chapman. You know what I'm talking about? Chapman, your boy Chapman. I laughed hysterically in Yankees' faces last season when they got rid of him, thinking he was big trash. The seven-time All-Star, 2016 World Series champion, not with the Yankees. Yankees are big trash. As I wrote down on my notes, Yankees suck. They really, really suck. We'll get to them in a minute. I was thinking all season, man, whoever picks up Chapman, it's gonna give them an extra 5 wins, something like that. Let's say they get to the playoffs. If you think they're gonna lose in the first round with Chapman, I think they get to the second round. He's a reliable, experienced cannon, throwing 103 out of the bullpen. Yes, he can be wild here and there. Who cares? I don't care. Give a damn. I think it was the pitching coach in New York. I think it was Aaron Boone in New York. I think it was all the going on in New York messing with this man's game. Hey, bruh, go out there, throw fastballs right down the middle, bruh. If they hit 102, 103, who gives a damn? They're not hitting that, man. Anyway, so I'm excited about Chapman. I was kind of hoping he went to, I don't know how to say it, but I mean, I guess he did. He went to the Rangers. He turned the Rangers from a good, competitive, great story to this team is dangerous. We need to watch out for this team. Turned it into a true, what's the word? Contender. I think he's definitely turned the Rangers into a true contender. Again, I will touch on this a little more. I have a segment coming up. I guess not a segment, but I want to talk about all of these surprise teams and which one I think is the realest, the truth. Talk about that in a second. Marlins. Wow. Haven't heard enough about the Marlins of Miami. You got Jorge Soler on pace to hit 40, 45, maybe even 50 bombs this season. One of the most underrated teams in baseball, baby. It's crazy they haven't gotten more coverage. Everybody's enamored with the Orioles and the Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers and the feel-good story of the Reds and the Atlanta Braves. I don't know why a half a game got added to all this. It's pissing me off. Last night it was 8, now it's 8.5. What is going on, bruh? Ain't nothing happening. Anyway, Atlanta Braves, best team in baseball. I talked about them to start the show for a reason. 60-29, literally on fire, literally the best team in baseball this season. And Miami, the Marlins, are only 8.5 games back from the Miami Marlins, one of the best teams in the National League. Stats prove it. If they were in the Central, they'd be in first place with a 2-game lead. Hear this out. This is going to be the stat that shakes up the bake-up. If they were in the NL West with the Dodgers, the Diamondbacks, the Giants, the best lineup in baseball in the Padres, they would be in first place with a 2-game lead. Let that sink in for a second. If the Marlins were in any other division in the National League, they'd be in first place. You want to take it a step further? If they were in any other division besides the AL East or the NL East, they would be in first place in that division with at least a 1 or 2 game lead. It looks like they would be about 3.5 games back from the Rays And as I said, only 8.5 back from the Braves. But other than that, they would have a 1 game lead over the Rangers. They would have a 7 game lead in the AL Central. And I just told you about the NL in the Central and the NL West. The fact that they've been better than the Dodgers, the Brooklyn Bums. None of these other teams these guys are trying to give all this credit to can say that. Rangers got the same record as the Dodgers. The Reds, a game or 2 back from them. The Orioles, they got a better record than the Dodgers. But man, this Miami Marlins team does not get as much love as it needs. That's why I'm spending some time talking about them. I know why. Trust me, I get it. I get it. No new faces. No up-and-coming superstars. Sandy Alcantara having the worst season of anybody. What is there to talk about? Luis Arraez trying to bat for 400? Jorge Soler hitting bombs? Well, I mean, what else is there to talk about? A lot of players under the radar over there. I had it pulled up last night. I don't want to just go off the top of my head. I meant to give out some Chapman stats. I guess we can just go all over the place. F him. It's my show. Oh, yeah. He's already played 3 games with Texas. Was like I said, I just heard about this trade yesterday. I thought it was some news that happened. I don't know what the hell going on. But in 3 games with the Rangers, taking on Houston and the Nationals, he's pitched 1 inning in all 3 of those games. In those 3 innings, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit, 0 runs given up. Sorry. Jorge Soler, 23 bombs. Garrett Cooper, one of the most underrated players in baseball, if you ask me, hitting .262 with 12 bombs. It's because he doesn't hit bombs. But hitting .262, on base percentage .306, slugging .445, OPS of 751. They got a lot of players with their OPS around 7 to 900, which is good. It's great. It's above average. Players like Yuli Gurriel doing his damn thing. They don't strike out. One of the least strikeoutable teams in the world. Gene Segura. People forget about him. All he does is get base hits when base hits are needed. I love Joey Wendle. One of my favorite, I guess you can call him a little players. Definitely not a superstar, but I love Joey Wendle and what he brings to the table. Of course, Jazz Chisholm. He's been out for a while. One of the league's superstars. Just talked about Luis Arraez and Jorge Soler. Brian De La Cruz. Everybody's talking about the other De La Cruz. This guy is still a good player in the league, man. Great average player, and I mean average player in the best way possible. Hits .279 with 10 bombs, 19 doubles, 49 RBIs halfway through the season. On pace, if he can keep this up, get 100 RBIs and hit around 270. It's a good season in the majors. Jesus Sanchez, whatever y'all call him. Love this guy's game. And for those that don't know, and I don't think anybody knows, he looks just like my guy, Young Key. I ain't gonna put your whole name out there, Key. You know who you is. I send him a picture of Jesus Sanchez at least twice a year. And say, look at you go, boy. Look at you go. Anyway, get off of this. I got a few more things I want to touch on before I go ahead and go ahead. Shohei Ohtani. The whole world wants you to leave the Angels. It does suck to see what happened to Mike Trout the last decade. It does suck to think that's what's going to happen to Ohtani the next decade. However, I'm still an old school fool. Love seeing players stay with one team their whole career, regardless of the outcome, regardless of the success. And you never know, man. You really never know in baseball. I mean, it seems like the Angels and the Padres, every team in Southern California, besides the Dodgers, are just cursed the last 4 or 5 seasons. But man, I would love to see this kid just stick it out with the Angels and say, nah, man, win or lose, I'm an Angel. It'd be nice. It's not gonna happen. He'll be out of there. Probably go sell out to some. Like, I could literally see him going to the Braves and just being like, what the? I don't know. Super teams are cool now. You know? I'm from the era where that shit is whack. That shit is soft. Anyway, speaking of soft, speaking of whack, I want to touch on these Yankees for a second, and then I want to touch on Acuna for a second, and then I'm going to end out the show with which team out of the teams that improved like that are the realest. I'll explain it in a second. But the Yankees suck. They really, really suck. Yeah. Yankees, baby. Without Aaron Judge, might be the worst team in baseball. The Yankees, baby. Without Aaron Judge, are the worst team in baseball since June 4th. Let me just tell you about this core. LeMahieu, Stanton, Rizzo, Torres, Josh Donaldson? Huh? Why the hell is he still in the league? I'm kidding. All of these guys are batting under 200. And I mean under 200. Stanton, 109. Donaldson, 100 even. The rest of the guys a little closer to 200. LeMahieu, 167. Rizzo, 172. And Torres, 191. This is since June 4th. Yankees, what the is going on? Let me tell you what you need to do, Yankees. I'm going to get to your patch on your sleeve in a second. Because not only do I hate advertisements on jerseys in any sport, just don't feel right on the Yankees. Don't feel right to me on the Mets either, honestly. I hate seeing that big ass, whatever the hell. In the Astros, that big ass oxy circle y'all got? Come on. Disgusting. Most of the stuff these teams are doing, I don't even know why. They don't need it. It's going to be less than 4% of the Yankees' money coming in. Less than 4%. You don't think you could have figured out how to get less than 4% increase in revenue being the New York Yankees? I could tell you one way to do it. Put together a winning team. You never thought about that, huh? Put together a winning team. How do you do that, do you ask, if you are the New York Yankees? Well, since you didn't start this 3 years ago, it's going to take a minute. Since you decided to sign old, over the hill, out of their prime players like Rizzo, LeMahieu, Josh Donaldson. I'm trying to think of some other cats. Joey Gallo. I mean, y'all need to bring in some baseball players. Some youth. Not y'all's farm system youth. Y'all obviously don't know how to scout players. All these guys y'all bringing up supposed to be the next this, the next that. They the next trash-ass Yankee player, if you ask me. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I really hope you don't fix a thing. Because one of my favorite things in baseball is when the Yankees suck. I love it. You want to know why I love it? Not because I hate the Yankees. Do I hate the Yankees? No. Only when they're good. I love them when they suck. You want to know why? Because then all the Yankees fans start crying like little baby back In sync jamming B words. I'm talking female dogs, baby. And that brings joy to my life. Because the sport of baseball is the toughest sport to play. The sport of baseball is the toughest sport to win. And boy, oh boy, do you Yankee fans not get it. Y'all think every hot ham season, no matter what team y'all put out there, y'all supposed to be the damn best team in baseball. And I get it. I get it. That's the delusions that your father put into your brain when you was 4 years old. That's the delusions that the late 90s gave you. The delusions of all these documentaries talking about Ruth and Mano and DiMaggio, Maris, the century-long of dominance. But what you don't understand is, in that 130, 140 years of baseball, you only won it all 27 times. Yes. Whew. Way, the gap between you and other teams is like this. Trust me, I get it. But when you think about it, 27 times, 5 times with Jeter. And I didn't do this beforehand. This is off the top of my head. You got 5 with Jeter. And then you got to go all the way back to the damn 40s, 30s, 50s, even the 20s. It's not like y'all are good every hot ham year. And if you look at the players you got, I could have told you in April y'all was going to be trash this year. I mean, look at what's happened the last 3 seasons. You got the same players. Stop acting like you're surprised that y'all suck and realize that y'all are in a rebuild that y'all are scared to do because y'all are the Yankees. Y'all don't know how to rebuild. All y'all know is compete. And let me tell you something, bro. Y'all ain't competing. Y'all need to take a step back. I'm going to tell you one more thing. This is going to really break your heart. And then I'm going to move the hell on from this subject because who cares about the damn Yankees? Non-playoff team. You need to get rid of Judge. The mother effer only had 1 season in 6 seasons where he played for you. There's a time in every man's career you got to smell the truth. The truth is Aaron Judge, one of the best hitters of our generation. Also, one of the most fragile players I've ever seen. And it sucks, man. It sucks. Take a little pressure off of him. Griffey kind of went through the same thing early in his career. Kept trying to make these amazing catches, breaking wrists, breaking ankles, on hitting walls. Sucks, man. It comes with the game. However, y'all got to figure out a way to keep Aaron Judge healthy. If that's being a DH, that's being a damn DH. His big ass ain't built to be running full speed into walls, bro. Anyway, Yankees suck. And boy, oh boy, do I love it. I can't wait to watch this second half of the season. Just to watch Yankees fans literally cry for 2 months. Woo! I'm laughing of personal joy. I have a few friends of mine who are Yankees fans. And boy, oh boy, nothing makes me happier than to just ask them about the Yankees when the Yankees are playing like this. You ain't even got to talk trash to them. That's how much they'll cry. You just be like, man, damn Yankees, boy. And they'll just start ranting and crying. And you just... Woo! Love it, man. Anyway, Ronald Acuna Jr. This will be real quick. He's going to do it. 40 bombs, 40 steals. He's definitely going to do it. I think he's going to do 40 bombs, 47, closer to 50 than 40. And I think he's going to steal close to 70, 80 bases. Is there a 50-80 club we should start? I mean, this guy is a thief. Stealing bases left and right, right and left. Da da, ding ding da. Definitely my lock for the NL MVP. And the last thing I am going to talk about before I get the heck on up out of here. Ain't no games today. Ain't no bets today. If you want WNBA bets, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't got it. Ain't got it. The Aces, they kind of ruined the league to me. No point in watching. Aces winning it all. The Aces got KD, Steph, Clay, and then they traded Draymond for prime Dennis Rodman. I don't know how the hell they put together a team that's good. Unfair to the league. Anyway, who cares? You want NBA Summer League action? Ain't got it. Ain't got it. Ain't no way I'm betting on a bunch of players that ain't make the team. It is exciting though to check out the Summer League. Watch what the hell is going on. But it feels too much NBA now. Like this year, the playoffs was like 3 months with the play-in. Just sick of it. Ew. And get it out of here. It's like the NFL now. Instead of looking forward to it, you're like, God damn, man. Can I just go one day without hearing about the damn NFL or NBA? I mean, y'all already suck as leagues. Yes, I watch the NFL. Don't really watch the NBA, but I do watch the NFL. I'm a huge fan of the NFL. NBA, not so much. College basketball over here. If you don't know, now you know. Rocking and rolling, baby. Looking forward to college hoops though, man. One thing I do want to do, talk to them on the NBA. I'm just gonna get all my rants out today. We should be disgusted with what we've done to the NBA. I'm talking about as Americans. I'm talking about as Adam Silver. The worst thing to ever happen to the NBA was Adam Silver. It all kind of connected to me last night. It all kind of hit me. Like, man, since Adam Silver's taken over, I cannot watch this product. Since Adam Silver's taken over, the NBA has gone in the wrong direction. Now, yes, they're making more money than ever. It's not the point I'm trying to make here. The NBA softened up the league. Can't do this. We gonna call this soft as hell. No hard fouls. Please, nobody play hard. Please, nobody play defense. Just jack those threes up. They've ruined the league. What they've also done is ruin the youth and the future of American-born basketball players. We used to be tough, gritty, from the gutter. Come in the lane, you're getting an elbow. Go up for a layup, no free buckets. Those type of things are frowned upon now. And now there is a free bucket anytime you want it. Hey, you want to go through this lane? Go ahead. Matter of fact, I'll make sure nobody touches you. And what's that done? If you look at the last 5 years, it's allowed foreign players, and I don't mean this in an ugly way, foreign players to literally not only dominate the NBA. I mean, we've seen literally one of the worst players in the world drop 30-point triple doubles like it's water. I'm talking about Luka. In any other generation, Luka's average at best. Think of a slower Ricky Rubio. Players like the Joker literally should be 3-time NBA MVP back to back to back. Literally just dominated the entire playoffs, including the finals. Of course, you got Giannis. He's more of a feel good story with how he came into the league. But these guys are playing overseas and then coming over here and not only dominating, but calling us soft every chance they get. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm pissed off about it. And I wish, I wish. And I know a lot of players be like, and that, but I miss physical goddamn basketball, man. That's what I grew up watching. That's what I grew up playing. I wish Luka could get his ass laid out with that slow ass Euro step he be trying to come in the lane with. I wish the Joker actually had another big man in the league who could play with him. He's the only big man left. Who? Joel mid-range soft ass Embiid? He ain't stopping nobody. I love Bam's game, but I mean, golly, he's a 3-4 where I'm from. Out there trying to guard a real center like Joker. I mean, these guys are out of shape, fundamentally sound, but not really talented. They don't really have bags. They just come over here and just out physical us. And we just take it and laugh about it. We are soft, Luka. We are. Go ahead and get your triple-double. Wimby. Yeah. No, we're not going to hurt you, buddy. I'd give that man an elbow to the ribs so fast. Pluck him in his neck when nobody looking. Give him a wedgie. Pull his shorts down. Hard fouls all game. Look what Shaq went through. I mean, I know what you're saying. How can you compare Wemby to Shaq? Easily, bro. Easily. It's disgusting to me, man. Disgusting. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna get back to baseball. The damn NBA's done ruined my day already. I'll talk about that tomorrow. Which of these teams, like Reds, Orioles, Rangers, and D-backs, are the most serious, the realist? Matter of fact, F it. It's the Rangers. Orioles, youth. D-backs, youth. Reds, youther than youth. And then you got the Rangers, who actually got a team of veterans who won before. Got a team of veterans who understand what 162 games feel like. I think the Rangers have the biggest advantage second half of the season out of those teams. Surprisingly good teams this year to make any noise because they have players that won elsewhere coming there. It's not like they got a bunch of rookies that are just happen to be good. Richmond doesn't know what 162 feels like. Ella De La Cruz doesn't know about the dog days of August. And then they picked up Chapman, which I think gives them the advantage over all of them easily. Now they have the best closer out of so-called. I mean, the Reds got your boy Diaz. And I love it, man. But anyway, damn NBA. Soft as hell, bruh. Think we give a damn about a summer league. I'm sick of seeing foreign players just come to the NBA, dog us, and be like, yeah, bruh. Where I'm from, they chicken meat and fries. You feel me? So soft. And they be saying it too, right to our face. Oh, yeah, less physical, soft as hell. I could dog these boys all day. And we just be like, he's great, isn't he? Great. Hell no, man. Where the hell did Dennis Rodman at? Y'all look so y'all look so down on the Draymond Greens. You need some dirty players, man. I miss the Reggie Evans and the ugly, just elbow throwing, spit drooling. I miss the guys that play the game the right way, man. Anyway, it's Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs, going live. As always, it is July 13th. Beautiful Thursday, week Almost over. Can't wait till tomorrow, Friday, baby. Not only because it's Friday, I cannot wait to get back to some gambling action. Get some games tossed up. Second half of the season will be a blast. Looking forward to breaking down some lines tomorrow. Last thing I'm going to rant about, sports books. Get your together. Y'all about to make me go back offshore. I gambled offshore for minus the 2 years I was in Vegas, 13 years. Never had a problem. Been gambling onshore, I guess that's what y'all call it, for 2 years. Yuck. Anyway, I didn't give out any wagers, but if you bet them, take them at your own risk. Please gamble responsibly. Doves.